What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 22 different altcoins in this video today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I want to give a special thank you and a special shout out to all of you, the subscribers, the viewers here. We hit 10,000 subscribers earlier today, and I'm just ecstatic, you guys. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I don't know, man. I'm happy. I don't have the words for it, but thank you. Thank you is really what I'm trying to say. Those are the right words. So, however many coins it was that I said at first, it might have been 27 or 23. I forget. 22. We're gonna go over it now. The list of all the coins that I'm gonna talk about will be in the description below. I will go through and put timestamps in them as well. If you see the list without timestamps, that means that you're watching this video within the first hour or so that I've made it. I haven't had time to go back and edit it yet. I've got a lot of videos tonight, so it might be a couple hours before I get back and edit the timestamps on this, but I will leave a list in chronological order of what coins I'm talking about, right? So first and foremost is COTI. Let's get started. COTI for Flower Child. Hit that like button, you guys. One last time, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, so COTI looking like it had a nice pullback. Where it found its low was, coincidentally, right where a lot of coins found their lows, which are right at their previous accumulation phase resistance points. You back tested the breakout point where you found resistance for support, and you had a hell of a run up, right? You've got 2 days, 21 hours left. It looks like this is going to be a pretty bullish finish to this week, to say the least. So I would assume that you're not going to be getting out of your overbought zone, or even if you are, next week you probably get back into it, but I think you might close this week green. I think really what you're doing is you're getting set up for a move that's going to take you above this high. So the most simple and easy analysis that I could give would be that you are on a mission right now up to 42 cents to 71.6 cents, somewhere in that zone. You're at 17.2 cents now. This target area is where I would expect you are by the end of January, right? This maybe by the end of January. This maybe by the end of December. 1414, anybody's guess. Take it or leave it, right? But nothing's promised, right? You don't have to hit any of these targets, right? But I would say I very much would expect you do hit 43 cents at a minimum. You probably do break above 50 cents. Whether or not you see 71 cents is debatable, but that's your next target zone. So by the end of January, that's where I think you're going to go. Daily RSI looks good. Looks like it's ready for a move up. Yeah, I'm not worried about this thing at all. It looks good. All looks good. So moving on up. If you want to buy it now. Green light to buy. If it comes down, better time to buy. If it goes up, well, you're too late to the party, but if it's an immediate breakout, at least you're not too late. But if it does go down from here, maybe it drops back to 13.5 cents, maybe. But I wouldn't count on it. If you're trying to get on to this next rally up, I would just get in now if you don't have any exposure. If you have some exposure and you've already you've got your bags filled pretty much, but you're waiting to add a little bit more and you want to just see if it comes down, okay, I get it. But if you have no exposure and you want to get in on this project, don't wait, just get in, right? Get in, deal with the minimal downside, and then enjoy the maximum upside that you're going to see. Not financial advice, not a financial advice, just literally how I would do it myself. I'm not going to go through and give that like extra little explanation to all these coins, so hopefully you guys just know. Zcash here at the request of Cal. Well, there you go, boom. That's the analysis right there from earlier, from last night, or from the last time I did it. We're moving up to the 61869, which is at about 115 to 145. We're at $59 now. That sounds about right to me. Let's see what I was talking about last time, right? We're going to backtrack the analysis. We have the analysis. Now we're going to backtrack it. It looks like I took the high to the low from here on Coinbase. Is that the right chart to use? Because, yeah, that's fine. That's a fine high to use. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, high to low, pulled up. You found support right on your 382 here, right? Literally hit your 0.5, found support on your 382. Previous area of support, previous area of resistance, found support right there. Next move up logically would be the 61869. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it. This one was easy. 114 to 143. I'm not going to delete this. We'll just leave this up because that's the moon mission, man. You're on this kind of parabolic move right now, right? All the way up there. I don't think it stops until at least here. There's a solid chance you could precede this area and actually go up to 194 to 268. But by January, I would say by the end of January, I am expecting at least 114 to 143. Okay, prospects could be higher, but let's keep our feet on the ground for now and expect this. Okay, you might not go all the way up to the 886. You might actually go right to the 786 because this is an area that you found resistance at before here. A little bit of resistance right there, right? I could see it happening. I could see it. And then I wonder actually if we take it would be this high to low, I suppose, if we're looking for extensions. High to low here. Come on, you. There you are. Yeah, 3113 all the way up there. Maybe. We'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, at least 114 to 145. Let's keep it simple. Zcash, there's that. ETC for cow as well. Ethereum Classic. Looks like I have another fib up there, although I don't have the diagram drawn out. If we look at this from a high to a low, getting above your 382. Also at the top of your accumulation zone. I'm sorry I keep clearing my voice, you guys. I know nobody really complains about it, but for anybody that's new to the channel, I have asthma. Look it up. Asthma, you clear your throat, your voice. I didn't know that, but it's annoying and it's a thing, and I got to do it all the time. It's not like a nervous tick. I get self-conscious about it sometimes. So I'm going to clear my throat right now on that note. And I swear, however loud it looks like I'm doing it on the camera, just know it's really loud. It's like when I mute the camera, guys, it's really loud. I'm like yelling, but with my mouth closed, like like just trying to clear my throat. Anyways, 382, right? You're at the 382, breaking just above that. Generally speaking, just on the fibs alone, this kind of structure, what you're doing, this behavior alone, would give me causality to believe that or belief in the causality. I don't know, to move up to about 64 to 77 bucks. Absolutely, I think that this would be one of those exceptions that goes up to 786, 886. You've messed around with the 382. You've gone above it a little bit already here and there. Your highs that you're breaking out from are well above the 382 even. So I think it's acceptable for this thing. It's at $34. I think it's acceptable to say that by the end of January, $100 to $130 could be on the docket for sure. Moving up, like a lot of cryptos, right? It's all the same more or less. 2 days, 21 hours left in the week. If it closes here or around here, you're going to have a setup to bounce off of your overbought zone on the weekly, which would be nice, right? You did that last time over here, right? Look at what that did for you right there. It was this red week. That's what that bounce off the overbought zone on the RSI did. Look at that, right? You pumped into it. That was like halfway through your move, red week, and then boom, finished it, right? Maybe this is halfway through your move and you finish it and you're all the way up at, yeah, like $100 or so. Who knows? But that's ETC. Let's talk about SAVM for unlawful law. Satoshi VM. This is a new one for me. Never heard of this. I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know enough about it, right? Let's see. Like, I don't even know enough about BSV other than it was Craig Wright's love baby, right? The BSV people wouldn't appreciate that, right? It's like calling Bitcoin Cash Roger Vere's love child, so it's I get it. But anyways, 236 here. Area of resistance, finding support here. Daily RSI is turning a tide, looking bullish. It looks like you might be wanting to round this out. It's too new to really have a definitive answer. I want to see, what's the extension at? Right at your golden ratio, the 1618. But you found resistance on the 1217. You're back below the 1414. The ball is in the bear's courts. You're at 80.86 cents. Hold support here. Get above 92 cents. You get above 92 cents, you're going to invalidate what I'm about to say, okay? But I think you're going to go back to the 1618 down at about 62 to 63 cents, somewhere in that zone. Find support and then build from there. Hopefully it's a higher low and you build from there, okay? If not, you could do something weird, which is that you bounced off of this area, tipped your 1272 for resistance, got back below your 1414, and then just find support in this random area, which doesn't make sense to me on a fib notion, but on a price notion, it makes a lot of sense because, you know, also on the RSI, you're at your 50 here on the daily. You're at this previous area of resistance here. You're at your 123 moving average on the daily. You know, there's a few reasons. And then also, I wonder from a low to a high here. This fib would suggest you go lower too. So I'm going to stick with it. I think you do go lower. Let's stick to something around, what was it, 60 to 70 cents? What was it? Yeah, 63 cents sounds about right. Maybe I'd say 63 to 70 cents. Let's stick with that, all right? Satoshi VM. Then you probably do hopefully move up from there, okay? It's too new. It's too new for me to be any more confident than that. Get above 92 cents, prove me wrong. But until then, I'm going to stick with 63 to 70 cents. You're at 80 cents now. That's that. Let's move on. RUNE is the next one for Babu. Thor chain here. Looking pretty bullish, man. That's a nice looking weekly RSI. Yeah. Looking like you're frisky. Wanting to... You know what I mean? Let's see. From a high to a low. 786 all the way down to the 382. Back up above the 618. Looking bullish. What you did this week was you actually back tested the 618, the golden ratio, for support. A higher low overall. Looking good in the daily RSI. Looking real good in the weekly RSI too, guys. Yeah, this thing wants to go... Wow. When I say it wants to go, I mean like you're at 650 now. I think you'll be above 1460. Yeah, we're thinking 17. to 30 bucks is your next target area. $17 to 21 probably is more likely where you're going to go. I bet you do move up and you find resistance in this area between about 15 bucks and $22. I bet you do. That's the next target area. I bet by the end of January, that's where you're at. You're at 650 now. Good job, Thorchain. Looking great. Yeah. Yep. Any downside from here is negligible, right? I want this to be clear in case anybody doesn't know. If I'm calling for the upside and the price goes down first, but then it goes up still afterwards, right? I'm still right? Like, and I'm not sorry. I shouldn't use those words. It's not about being right. I could give a shit less if I'm right or wrong. That's not what I care about, right? I'm still right. What I mean by that is the call still works out. That means that if I'm calling for the price to go up, even though it goes down, the plan is still on. Plan hasn't changed. We just have volatility in front of us, right? So just because I'm giving up calls or down calls, and if the price does the opposite of what I'm saying tomorrow, that doesn't invalidate what I'm saying, right? There's, I mean, it could, depending on how far it moves, but essentially, I'm just saying that in case anybody, they hear me talking about a price all the way up here at the all-time highs. It's at 650 now, and then tomorrow you wake up and it's at like 640 or 630. And you're like, oh no, I can't handle this, or it's at like $6 itself. It's going to go up as long as it's forming higher lows. Really, as long as you're probably not below like $5.10, I think you're fine. But that's RUNE specifically. Let's move on. SD for JS14. SD JS14. My most recent secret admirer here. Not so secret admirer. I should say my not so secret admirer. All right, hold on. You guys heard the beginning of it. You heard the beginning of it. I almost went full go on camera here. Of the throat clearing. It's really annoying, man. Like my whole thing, my hobby, my 9 to 5, my job. It's not really a 9 to 5, but I do put like 4 hours of work into this a day, if not more. Genuinely, like this whole past week, guys, I'm putting like 5 hours or more a day into this thing. But it's talking. I do charts and stuff, but I can't just and not talk. I gotta talk. It just sucks that my voice is all effed up. Or my throat is. Looks like you want to move up. Really, you're in this like grand kind of accumulation phase. So what I think it's probably most appropriate to do would be to take the high to the low here and then go from there. I think you're going to move up to your 786, 886 area. You're at $1.38 right now. Next target area, and probably by the end of January, by the end of December, $4.26 to $6.16. That's your target area. Right? You could surprise us and go way, way past that, but I think that's the area that you're going to go to. Okay, SD, Stater, DIA for JS14 as well. Looking real good, man. Finding your low again. Previous areas of support, previous areas of resistance and support back here, right? Looking pretty good, gotta say. So from an overall high, all-time high to your all-time low, at least on this chart. I don't know if it is your all-time high or all-time low, but 382, dude, yeah, you're looking great. Breaking above the 382, finding support on it. Previous areas of resistance, finding support on that, on your breakout. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to not just move up to $1.60 to $2.10. That's your next target area, but you're probably going to exceed it. You'll see anything from like $2.80 to $4, I think, by the end of January. That's my expectation, yeah. I like more closely that $3 area than I do the $4 area for the price by the end of January. That's my personal thoughts, okay? You're at 90 cents now. Is it a good time to get in? The answer is yes. For every single crypto that I've talked about so far, yes, it's a great time to get in. I don't think there's been a single one that I would say wait, other than actually SAVM. But even then, still, like it's if it's like the rest of crypto, it's probably going to go up. I don't know though. You never know with new coins, right? The next one that we're going to talk about is ICP for Alejandro Frausto. ICP. ICP here on Coinbase. Looking at it on a monthly basis, you're up at 1367 right now. Found support down here back in the months of July, August, September, all this. Found support at previous areas of resistance. If we take it to the closing low, you know, kind of like literally right at those previous areas of resistance. Nice little area to find support from a low to a high. That's right at the golden ratio as well. And now you're above the 236. Anytime I see this where you pull back down to the 618 and then you get above the 236, automatically I look for extensions based off of the recent high to low. So that'd mean $30 to $46 is in your near future. You're at 1363 ICP by the end of January. I would think you're at as minimum of a price of $30, as high of a price as 46.5 maybe. I like that $35 number specifically, not because it's in the middle, but because it's closer to the bottom side of this like consolidation phase where you might find resistance at previous areas of support. Either way, whatever, 30 bucks to 46 bucks, that's probably the best guess to give with this thing. That's ICP. Let's move on from there. If it feels like I'm moving through these fast, it's because I've got a lot to do tonight, guys. I've really got a lot of different requests. You're going to see me pump out a lot of videos tonight, guys, because I think there's a lot of coins that might deserve, and maybe there's some that don't deserve their own video. I'm trying to test things out. We'll see. I want to see what brings the crowds tonight. We'll see. But I'm probably going to pump out a lot of videos. KARRAT, at the request of Andrew on another level, from high to low, 618382 consolidation. You're getting ready to rip. Yeah, you're probably going to make a nice move up to the 786886 at 91 cents to $1.07. You're at 55, 56 cents now. So that could be end of January targets. You could move higher. It's hard to say. With how you've been behaving, I would expect that by the end of January, 91 cents to $1.10 is suitable. But if you just go ballistic, man, who knows? You could be all the way up at $2 by the end of January. But I would more personally expect this area. That's my thoughts for KARRAT. It does look bullish, yeah. I think it wants to go up. Daily RSI looks great. Weekly RSI looks good enough. And really this whole pattern, this whole existence is kind of like an inverse head and shoulders, isn't it? Kind of, you know. Not perfect, but anyways, that's KARRAT. Let's move on from there. Zen. Did we already talk about Zen? No, we talked about Zcash. For JS as well, Zen here. Zen, Horizon. Let's see. Breaking out, back testing for support at previous areas of resistance right here, literally, right? I would consider this kind of like a fake out moment right here, right? Really, this line is probably a more resistant area. You found even support on it right here. Broke out, back tested it for support to a T, tipped it. You're at your overbought zone now on the weekly, which is a nice area to bounce from. You could go lower, you could go higher this week by the end of the week, but you got 2 days, 21 hours left. It's definitely looking like you're going to have a bullish finish. I think any weekly close, as long as you close above here, above like 1526, that's nice. Closing above that weekly high there, that's a good goal to have, I think. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but I just think it would look nice. Daily RSI, lower lows in the RSI, or lower low in the RSI, higher low in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. That's a good thing. Low to high here, probably not the fake out high. Right to the 382. You look so good, man. You're going up. Yeah, absolutely you are. So where are you going to go to? Take the overall fib from the high to the low. 38. Oh, dude, it's so beautiful. I love the respect. I really do. This is great. Yeah, 382 right to the 236. You guys know where we're going. All the OGs in the channel know exactly where we're going. We're going right here. It's written. It's perfect. It's nonstop. It's happening. End of January, end of February. You're going to $45 to $60. Why doesn't this one get the 786, 886 consideration? Because it did the 382, 236 maneuver. Classic maneuver when working your way right up to the 61869. It's very rare. First off, whenever you're at any of these levels below the 61869, whenever you go up to the 61869, it's very rare that you break through this on the first attempt anyways. But whenever you have this kind of fib respect, the 382 to 236, it's undeniable. I would bet a lot of money that not only do you move up, you do, but you're probably going to stop right there. Like, I'm the most confident on this one, probably, out of any of them we talked about. 46 bucks to 58 bucks. That's where you're going to stop. I'm the most confident in the sense, like, I'm confident all of them are going to move up. I'm just not confident how high they'll move up. They could all move up. Any of them could move up dramatically more than I've said. This one, it could as well, but I'm very confident that this is actually its limit. I don't think that it'll go higher, and I don't think it'll go lesser than that. I'm just very confident of the area that it's going to achieve. Previous areas of support, previous areas of resistance. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to leave it at that. 45 bucks to 60 bucks. That's where you're going, Zen. By the end of January, you're at 1564 now. That's a beautiful move, man. People all over the world are going to be happy, you guys. Except for the people that aren't invested in crypto, they're going to get FOMO. They're not going to be happy. They're going to be anxious. Flow on Coinbase at the request of JS as well here. Looking beautiful. Looking like a nice Adam and Eve pattern, right? What's an Adam and Eve pattern? Adam is the V. Eve is the U. Adam and Eve pattern. Look it up. It's one of the most bullish patterns in charts at all, period. What it calls for is a move. Technically, that would be, you know, from the low of the pattern to the nipple of the pattern here. And then you move this measurement all the way up to the top. The measure move would be all the way up here at $7.27. So that's what you're good for. Once you break above $1.70, your measure moves all the way at $7.27. That doesn't mean you have to go there overnight, right? That doesn't mean you work your way up here and then boom, then it's just overnight. No, it could be like this, right? It could take a long time. But it's just a measure move kind of idea. Seeing where that lines up with the fibs, it lines up in between the 200 and the 2272. Probably go to that 2272, or you fall just shy. I wonder which one hits. Do you hit the measure move? In which case, I would think you go to the 2272, or do you fall short and hit the 1886, stopping at about 560 there? You're at 99 cents, basically $1 right now. Measure move aside, bullish bottom aside, bullish volume aside. Like, that's some crazy volume, right? Out of this thing's whole life for right here. I would think by the end of January, you're going to be at 245 to 390. You're at $1 now. That's incredible gains by the end of January. Makes sense that you would find resistance there because, one, it's your extended area, your primary target zone. Two, previous areas of resistance back here. Likely you do go above $3, okay, but you don't break 4. That's my thoughts for flow by the end of January. Of course, you will break 4 after January, just not before or during, is my thoughts. GALA Games for Muhammad El Mensi. Doesn't it look like the exact same chart? Isn't it crazy? And people try to give me crap, man, because they're like, all you do is throw fibs on there. Well, it's like, dude, if I do analysis for like 10 coins, I don't really need to think much about the next 10, right? The charts tell me if this doesn't look very similar to basically every chart that we've done, right? It's its own thing, kind of, right? It's got its own thing going on, but right at the 382, instead of being above it and pulling back, it's right at it, whatever. Consolidating right at the top of, finding resistance right at the top of your consolidation phase, about to break out of it. The minimum expected target would be 17 cents to 22 cents, 23 cents, something like that right here. You very well could go all the way up to your 786, 886 area. I don't know if I think the 886, I'm going to go for one of those like weird audible calls where I would say actually you go for the 786 at 34 cents there. Right? Normally, I just go for one of the two zones, either the 61869 or the 786, 886. But I very rarely go for a specific level, but I'm going to go for this specific level. You're at 5.15 cents now. End of January, 34 cents. That's my call. If not there, at least then 17 to 23 cents, somewhere in that zone. But that's my call. That's what I'm sticking with. Okay, GALA Games. That's the move. It's going to happen soon. It's happening right before our eyes right now. Daily RSI looks great. Weekly RSI looks great. Moving on. Quantum for race car. Race car, my friend. Good to see you, bro. I know you've done a couple requests recently, but I feel like I haven't seen you around a lot. Or maybe you just do requests in the Discord. I don't know. Anyways, same kind of thing, right? It's a different chart, obviously, but same kind of thing. You're finding resistance at your resistance point, right? At this long phase of accumulation, it's kind of downward sloping, but still you've had several points where you found resistance in this area. You broke above it, now you're back testing it for support. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if this was your 382 area, although I don't think it is. Looking at it, I bet it's like your 0.5 area. Yeah, 0.5618 area, and that's fine, whatever. But the fact that you're up here, I was just trying to say that for like the 382 area for like commonality's sake, but who cares? 618 down to the 0.5, up 786, 886 is what I would expect, okay? 258 to 327, you're at 140 now. That's the target by the end of January. That's where you're going. Yes. You could go higher. You genuinely could go higher, but I don't think you break out new all-time highs before the end of January. I don't think so. Quant. Filecoin is the next one. Filecoin for Jordan Garibe. Doing this for you. Filecoin. A little bit lackluster, right, compared to anything else we've seen. You can tell that it looks the same basically as all these other charts, but you're so far away from your like breakout point. Most of them are at their breakout point or above them. Why are you so far away? And actually, I think the reason why, and a lot of people, I don't like dunking on people's coins because I don't want to make anybody second guess themselves. I don't know the future. Filecoin could be the top performer of this cycle. It really could. I doubt it, but it's at $4 billion market cap. What I don't like about Filecoin is you go to the maximum here on CoinGecko, the price chart looks so different from the market cap chart, right? Like, look at the market cap chart. That's a bullish. You've been in a bullish trend, market cap-wise, since December of 2022. Here we are 2 years later, right? I don't know about you guys. December 2022, that was over here. This doesn't feel like a bullish trend since then, right? It's a pretty sideways trend, but the market cap this whole time has been growing, right? That means you have coins, your valuation is this, your fully diluted valuation is this, you have coins coming into the circulation. That's going to hurt performance, right? This is what I mean. Your all-time high, April 17th, 2021, you had $12 billion in market cap. You're at 4 now. That means a 3x, which is a 200% growth from here, would give you your all-time highs in market cap. You guys, to get to where you were in market cap back here during the last cycle, you're almost there now, right? You're literally almost there now. And I bet actually that's probably where you go by the end of January. That would make perfect sense actually for a resistance point, right? Previous cycle highs. And take that right there in the middle of your 1618, 1272 area. It's perfect. I bet you go to 21 bucks to 28 bucks by the end of January. That's actually a better move than I was expecting. You're at 670. That's not bad. That's not bad by the end of January for Filecoin. Yeah. I just don't like the emissions rates that it's casting off. But hey, man, if we're in a bullish phase, we're in a bullish phase. So just understand, right? To get to that same market cap, your all-time high market cap at the time was 12 billion. By the time you get up there, it's going to be a 35x from the current market cap, which is 4 billion. 35 times 4, what is that? Is that 140? 140. Your all-time high in market cap was like 12 billion. And just to get back to your all-time high in price, you're going to now have to be worth over 100 billion. You guys, Filecoin is not one of those coins that will see new all-time highs. I've been saying it this whole cycle. Time will tell. But I believe that the emissions rate doesn't stop here. I believe that as the next year goes on, there will be more coins diluted into the supply, which means it'll just be harder for it, right? Which means that this $140 billion market cap, which would actually be a little bit more than that technically, it'd probably be like 150, but whatever, billion-dollar market cap would actually be only higher at the same price in time. But went off on a tangent there for Filecoin. I hope you like the prediction. That sounds good for short-term stuff, honestly. JASMY for Mohammed El-Mensi as well. JASMY coin looking so good. From a high to a low, 618, yeah. Found resistance there. You're moving up, man. You're at 4.3 cents now. Your next target is going to be 11.6 cents. You could be there by the end of January. If not, maybe by the end of this month. And then by the end of January, you're up at 18 cents. That's your next target area, about 12 to 19 cents, really. 11.5 to 19 cents, I should say. You're at 4.3 cents now. Looking good, JASMY. Looking good, bro. Bullish daily RSI, bullish weekly RSI. Bullish monthly RSI, baby. It's all looking good. All looking good. Let's see if anything comes up here with this high to low before we move on. 1886 up there. 2272 up there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah. 11.5. 18.8 cents. I like it. JASMY. Let's move on. Talking about PLU for hater side. PLU. Pluton. Kind of a weird chart, isn't it? I think you're about to bounce. I think you're about to find support. Oh, yeah, buddy. Tip to 618. Beautiful. Yeah, you're about to rip. I'm smelling it. A V-shaped recovery. That was a weird way to say it. I was gonna say, can you smell it? And then I said, I'm smelling it. I don't. It was one of those moments, guys. I don't know what to say. Just let's get past this, okay? And let's move on. I think you might V-shaped recovery out of this. Yeah. It's on a monthly basis though. That's not that promising. Oh, this thing sucks, bro. It looks like it wants to bounce, but it sucks. Like, what are you gonna do by the end of January when this next move comes? Like, what, you're going to be up here? Because I don't see you doing this, right? I mean, maybe even if you have a month, like, I don't know what to think of this thing, man. I don't like it. What the hell is this thing? It's got such a weird chart. I'm actually curious. Let's see. Low market cap. Let's see here. That's its market cap chart. and that's its price chart. Okay, so its market cap, it is diluting coins, right? Your price came back down to the tops of this resistance zone on the bottom, but the bottom here didn't even get close to that. So no wonder you've been having a hard time growing. You're diluting the markets. I bet there was like a higher emissions rate or an unlock or something like that that happened near the end of this or in the beginning over here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about this project. I'll tell you what, being that it is at about a $20 million market cap, this thing could go through the roof. You never know. I wouldn't expect it. It's sold off because it got listed on Coinbase. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to Coinbase then, actually. High to low here on Coinbase. By the end of January, $10 to $11. You're at $2 now. That's crazy. That's an immaculate move, yeah. That's my thoughts. End of January. If you're not there by the end of January, at least 460, at least there. I would at least expect that, but I think you're about to rip hard, man. I do. Low market cap coin like this, you could see this thing rip. Like you could do a 10x by January. You could be worth $20 by January. I'm not even kidding. The chart originally had me like, what the hell? Why would anyone invest in this? But now, I don't know, man. Like watch by the end of January, watch this thing be at like $60. I'm not saying that. I'm not predicting that. It's just a low market cap coin, and it's available on Coinbase, and it's already been through its selling off on Coinbase, and it's at its 618, 69 high or low right here in this kind of pattern that it looks like it's in. It looks like it wants to rip. Maybe by the end of January, it is actually worth $20. Maybe. At least double from its current price, if not 5 times from its current price, being around $10 to $12 there. I'm going to stop talking about it. DIMO, hater side, that was a good one. That was a little confusing. I might want to throw some money into it actually because it's such a low market cap coin, and I don't think it sells off anymore. So I don't know how high it goes, but with a low market cap coin, sky's the limit, man, really. Like going from 20 million to 200 million, that's not that hard. I mean, it's not a small task, right? I couldn't make that happen myself with any coin, but it's not a hard ask in crypto. We can see that, right? You could easily see a 10x with this coin. 100x would be 2 billion. What if it sees 2 billion? I don't know, Anyways, DIMO here weekly. Finding support, previous areas of resistance. Love to see it. It's good structure. This is actually good structure for a brand new chart. I definitely do believe you're going to continue going higher. 786 up here, 382, 618. Okay, yeah. Probably going to move higher, high to low. I would expect your next move is going to be 40 cents to 46 cents. You're at 22 cents now. By the end of this month, by the end of January, you could be higher, but let's focus on that. If by the end of this month you're up in this area, then by the end of January, I think you're up in this area. Okay. Unless you're moving at a slower pace, then maybe by the end of January you're here. Or if you're moving at a faster pace, well, then we can talk about, maybe higher prices. But I think by the end of January, 40 cents to 67 cents is a doable target. More so end of December, more so end of January is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. DIMO. A little bit quicker on that one. Let's do CKB. Nervous Network at the request of Omar Williams. Omar Williams doing this for you, my friend. Okay, so from a low to a high, right to the 618, right above the 382. Dude, you look so good. This is so perfect. Yeah, you're definitely going above this high, okay? Absolutely you are. Perfect. You look so good. Why can't all charts be this easy? You're going to 6.2 cents. You're at 1.45. You're going to 6.2 cents to 11.7 cents. Will that be by the end of January? Maybe. This could be by like March, April times, May times. I think end of January would be more appropriate, like 6 to 8 cents. You're at 1.4 cents now, though. And this thing likes to rip when it moves, man. Likes to move fast. I think you are. I think you're going to rip real hard. Yeah. Nervous Network, CKB. Cool. Looking good. One of the better ones that we've gone over, actually, chart-wise. It's not like a weird-looking chart. It's actually like a structurally sound-looking chart. Farm at the request of Shoddy Johnson. We're doing this for you, my friend. I wanted to say Shoddy Johnson, but I think you wrote Shoddy Johnson. Low to high, 786 tipped all the way up. You're looking productive, yes. I definitely do believe you're going above this high as well. So with that, we can backtrack to this fib. It looks like the exact same fib respect as the last one. It's a different chart, but very similar pattern on the fibs. Your next target would be $91 to $105. You're at 60 now, although I think you do have higher prospects in mind. By the end of January, you really could be at new session highs above 124. I don't know if you reach for 183. I don't know if you're that high by the end of January. Time will tell. But I think definitely you'll be above 105 by the end of December or going into January. And I do believe you'll be above 124 by the end of January. Kind of a weirder one, but I do think you're moving up here pretty soon. Yeah, it's going to be nice. Weekly RSI, bullish. Bullish enough. Daily RSI is bullish. And the monthly RSI is bullish. All right, all good things. Farm, yeah, looking good. TIA is the next one for Glenn Me. TIA. Looking at it here on Coinbase. Hell of a sell-off, wasn't it? From a low to a high, all the way down to its golden ratio, 786 area, up to your 382. Beautiful. Low to high here. Didn't even get to your 618. That's beautiful, man. That's nice. Finding support at previous areas of resistance. Bullish looking daily RSI. Nice upward sloping trend in there. Bouncing off your 40. Very nice. Yes, all good things. I don't like that you found support on your 382 and you found resistance at your 236. That's not good. So your goal right now would be get above $7.50. Do not get below $6.55. Get above $7.50. Don't get below $6.50, okay? And if you do get above $7.50, and I think you will, then we can talk about a more substantial retracement than what you've already gone through. From a high to a low here, I would expect you're on your way pretty soon by the end of this month to $11, $12.37. By the end of January, you really could be as high as like $14, $17. It's hard to say, but I personally would more expect that you're at this like $14 area, yeah, by the end of January, if not upwards as high as $17. End of the month, though, above 11. You're at 730 now, TIA. Render for Wayne Clements. Doing this one for you, Wayne. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. You know you want to. You know I want you to, right? If you want to and I want you to, why aren't we making it happen, man? It's like a crush in middle school. Like you're just too shy to talk to each other, but you want to. Anyways, high to low. 786 support after getting above it. Yeah, it's to be expected, I suppose. Next target area would be $22 to $75. You're at $9 now. Let's get a more focused, more refined kind of target high to low here. Yeah, I like it. Probably by the end of January, I would say $22 to $32 by the end of January. You're at $9 now. Beautiful. Render. Looking bullish, bro. Looking unbeatable. One of the most bullish charts of the cycle. Absolutely it is. Phenomenal. I want to check the RSI though. Quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. It just all looks so good. It's all the same stuff, right? Daily RSI, it looks like it has bearish divergence, but the thing is that bearish divergence already played out. So anybody looking at this saying that the chart looks bad, you're already late to the party. You missed the memo. It already happened. And all the charts, they got these lower lows coming in with higher lows coming in. It's beautiful. It reminds me of my first bull cycle, man. It's good stuff. I shouldn't say that. I guess it was. Yeah, no, was that my first bull cycle? Yeah, that would have been. Anyways, 2015, 2017 cycle. Because I started, when I started getting into crypto, like getting into it, it was late 2016, or like at least the second half in 2016. When I started my journey in crypto, like whenever I first got into crypto, whenever I first bought crypto, it was 2015 or the end of 2014. I can't remember. I want to say it was 2015 though. I've done this so many times. I think it is the end of or sometime in 2015. But then I got really serious about it like a little bit later, like a year later or so. I forget what prompted that. But oh yeah, just the way that this looks, just this cooling off. This happened all the time, man, back in that cycle. You'd see a lot of coins cooling off in their RSI while they're moving up, just like peak bull action, bull cycle behavior. Beautiful stuff. Render looking fierce. Okay, Wayne, it's looking fierce. And that, my friends, is the last coin of the video. I actually don't have a winner in mind. I don't think it's appropriate to name a winner in this video because genuinely, I don't think there's a single loser out here. The only one that I think is going to move a little bit lower from here is SAVM. Satoshi VM, unlawful law. But I mean, the truth is, all of them could move a little bit lower from here. You know, they don't have to move up today. I gave up targets for all of them. And Satoshi VM got the immediate down target, but I think it'll go up inevitably, right? Especially like over the next like couple weeks and next month and a half, along with the rest of cryptos. It's just so new. I'm not as certain on that one, but those ones that you're not certain on, right? Those are the ones that tend to pay off the most or bone you the hardest. It's either actually the ones you're the most certain of tend to bone you the hardest, to be completely fair. I'm on a tangent here to try to tell you guys why I'm not going to give a winner tonight, but I guess I don't really know what else to say, so I'll probably just end it there. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If there were any coins that stood out to me in this video, Render, its chart is very bullish, very, very bullish. CKB stood out to me. I think that one stood out as well. And then, I don't know, there are some other ones that looked pretty bullish. Filecoin surprised me. It actually looks pretty bullish. JASMY looks good. I mean, they just all look so good, guys. So I can't pick a winner. Zen also looks pretty good. Zen looks really freaking good right now, man. But yeah, CKB, I'd say CKB and Render were the charts that had me the most interested as far as like what a good looking chart looks like, but whatever that's worth. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.